next generation of how you connect to your media. And we're actually focused on a niche, which is the high performance niche. The way we focus on that is we develop not only the stuff that connects at the back end to the media extremely well, at the high bit rate media that's available, but we also have a front end that does audio and video in a room in a way that's very realistic. We bought a couple high-end audio brands, Aragon and Acurus, which you may or may not be familiar with. They used to be owned by Klipsch, and Klipsch decided to focus on their speaker business. We decided we wanted to focus on growing their high-end electronics business into a media experience that nobody else offers right now. So that's what we do. This is kind of the state of the art for what things are like these days, and it's a bunch of tangled mess of wires, and it's a whole bunch of inputs and outputs that are, some of those connectors are probably 30, 40 years old in terms of their lineage, and there's things that, you know, supposedly are menus for the end user, but frankly as a programmer they kind of are hard to figure out, you know, how to set up your Blu-ray menus and things like that. On and on, the remotes, you know, with the hundreds of buttons and, you know, coffee table full of them. It's just a mess out there right now. So that's kind of our focus, and our challenge is, you know, let's get back to the whole purpose for this stuff, which is consuming media and experiencing it, especially the high quality stuff that's really starting to emerge out there. So our focus and our goal is basically to create web entertainment appliances first and foremost. And then from there, they've got to be easy to use and they've got to be high performance. So we've kind of flipped around the traditional equation of the way a lot of the traditional stereo equipment manufacturers have looked at it. And we're saying, first and foremost, these are appliances that go on the web, and their specific purpose in life is to bring really high-quality media to your in-home experience. So when it comes to displaying things, we don't want to display anything that doesn't add value in terms of understanding about the media. We don't want you to have to know how the cylinders fire in the car. We want you to just know how to drive it. So, bring the frustration out of the equation and bring people back to the enjoyment of it. Frustration. Let's see here. Gotta love infrared. That's gotta go. Anyway, so what's the market? There's basically, right now, this higher end is served by specialty. This is not a Best Buy play. This is served by specialty folks. This is served by the custom installers that actually will install equipment into people's higher end homes. So this is a niche that we're going after to start with, but that's the type of market that you want to go after when you've got a new technology that's not a commodity available in China, for example. And is there a market size for that? Absolutely. High performance components, about 6 million households plan to be buying a component in the next year. For reference, is about 114 million households in the U.S. And that's just the U.S., so the global number is a lot bigger, obviously. Our team started out as a core team of the electronics advanced development engineers at Klipsch and managers and folks that were directing them. And we've stuck together after that, and we did some of the advanced work for this stuff back there. Now we're continuing it on our own with our new company. As engineers and as physicists and so forth, we realized we needed to shore up the whole sales and distribution piece. So we got some heavy hitters to join our team. We've got a Consumer Electronics Association board member who's in charge of U.S. distribution. We've got a guy that basically set up the Latin America and Asia distribution for Klipsch as our guy to set up our distribution over there. And we've got the guy who invented the Bose lifestyle system, those little speakers that are everywhere. He's on our board of advisors. And of course, you know, those guys aren't going to do the whole thing. We've got a bunch of partners both in Indiana as well as in Silicon Valley that are working on anything from chips to software design to other pieces. What are the products? Talk a little bit more about that. It's kind of what I described earlier. It's a combination of amplifiers, processors, control pieces, as well as cloud services. So we're actually going to work on pieces that go up in the cloud to tie together some of that media and, you know, not have to have you go to all these different sources to try and find what you're looking for. Bring it all together in one nice package, deliver it right to our equipment, and use some things about you. I mean, we've got information now through Facebook and some other ways to figure out what you might like to consume or what your friends might be watching that you might be interested in. So let's tie all that stuff together. So we're doing a fundraise right now. It's about a $600K raise. It's about 28% of the company, and the opportunity is pretty good. Just going quickly, and we think it's possible that this technology, as we develop it holistically, could be sold to some of these slower, bigger companies that are going to get there eventually. And then at the end, basically, it's really about developing products and sales and those types of expenses. So that's it.